Welcome back to the channel, Grim Dawn fans. Today's video is a special request. Came about after a conversation I had with Scott from BAM Gaming during his hardcore live stream on Wednesday night. We were talking about, he was talking about the achievement you get for killing Warden Krieg in veteran mode, veteran difficulty, before you reach level 11. And I've already done that. I did that a while back, a couple of years back. It's not that bad. It's a decent one to do because you can do it quite quickly and you're not going to spend hours and hours and hours getting there, because obviously you've got to do it before you get to level 11. It's the sort of thing that you can cheese it a bit if you use a merit from Forgotten Gods expansion, which will open up all the rifts portals in normal. Which means you could just go straight up there and level up in that area, kill him as and when. What I did for this video was just I didn't use anything like that. I just did it as if it was just a straightforward playthrough where I just start a character, run them up there. The whole point of it is you get to the laboratory at as low a level as possible, and then you try and kill Krieg before you reach level 11. In this video, a bit of a spoiler, I think I'm level 8 when I kill him, and the XP I get from killing him takes me up to level 9. The character is a shaman and the skill used is Devouring Swarm. It's traditionally the best skill for doing this. The best, I mean, I don't know, there might be some Oathkeeper stuff now, there might be some better ways of doing it. When I did it, I used the shaman with Devouring Swarm. I've since done it with a pet build, but veteran level Krieg destroys pets when you're under level 10 and you don't have much devotion points. I mean, on this one I've got semi-decent eventually when I remember to equip it. I died a heck of a lot of times before I remembered that I had some halfway decent armour in stash. I put it there specifically to do this and then I forgot to equip it. Died about 5 times and then I remembered. I don't think it makes that much of a difference, but it's it gives you kind of a mental advantage because you think, yeah, I'm stronger now because I've got some crappy level 5 green armour on. Okay, there are a few things you've probably noticed, or you will notice as I do this. First of all, I didn't bother fighting the reanimator. There's no point. I don't need the XP and I don't need to kill him to open up the prison back at Devil's Crossing. What I'm going to do is run up to Foggy Bank, and there is a guy there in, I think it's one of 3 or 4, I think it's 4 random cages in that area. You rescue him, then you go back to Devil's Crossing and talk to him, and that you get the same end result. The prison opens up and you've got access to the stash. If you're running Crucible, you can use this, you can get stuff out of the stash there before you start playing. If you do that and grab a merit, you can obviously unlock everything, and it does make life a bit easier for doing this. I mean, I would never say try and do this achievement the hardest way possible. What I'm doing is I'm showing you the hardest way to do it, and telling you that there are a whole load of easier ways to do it. And of course, as you might have predicted, he's not in the first cage or the second cage, or he's in the very last place I look, which is, you know, that just has to happen when you're doing a video like this. And it's not anything to do with the subject of the video, but at least you get a little bit of a guided tour around the potential spawn locations of this quest dude. Just out of interest, that down there bottom right, that blue stripy thing, that's the Saviour's Merit. That's the item you get from Forgotten Gods expansion area You can only buy it in ultimate difficulty. There's an elite version that unlocks elite. Though what that'll do is it will unlock ultimate difficulty, and it will also open up all the rifts in normal and elite, which makes leveling up subsequent characters a heck of a lot quicker. It depends if you. I do quite like playing through some of the story stuff, but if you wanted to rush through the game, get a character leveled up as quickly as possible without cheating, without using external resources, you could you could just use the merit. And there are XP potions that you can get from Mammoth Resistance, and there's the famous Lokar set, which if you equip the whole thing gives you 40%, well, it gives you plus 40% experience. There's a ring, Leo Vinus's ring, that you can get from an early area in the Forgotten Gods expansion zone. I think you have to be level 15 to equip it, and it gives you plus 5% experience. But obviously you can only get that once per character, but you can get it in normal, elite and ultimate. So yeah, if you run one character through Forgotten Gods in normal and elite, you get 2 of those Leo Vinuses. I think I've probably got about 10 of them in stash because I'm stupid and you only need 2, and I just keep them. Actually in hardcore you need as many as you can get, because obviously if you die you lose what you're carrying. But yeah, the Leo Vinus's ring, there's other stuff, there's things you can get off other much tougher bosses, the crate boss, and I've got to admit I've never fought that thing. I keep intending to go and have a look at it, but I suspect I just get annoyed and keep dying. And it's because the majority of my characters are now in hardcore, it just puts me off, because I know I just go in there and get one-shotted, and then, you know, you've lost a level 100 character with a whole load of good gear. I'm too old for that. It's a better waste to spend your time making videos like this, for example. Anyway, where are we? Let's just see what we're doing. We're just running around. You got a couple of options. If you cheat, I mean legitimately cheat by using stuff out of stash, you can get money and scrap, and you can go and open the bridge so you don't have to fight the shambly boss thingy in the flooded what's it. But I haven't got that, so I'm going to go and fight him. Fighting him with devouring swords, not so bad. It's fairly straightforward, as you will see. It is very strange running past lore notes and just leaving them lying on the ground, considering how much I exploit them on normal new characters when I'm leveling up. Let's talk about the shrines. There are 3, I hope I'm right about this, there are 3 shrines that you can get with 1 ether crystal. So there's the one in the burial cave right at the start. There's the one here in the Burridge outskirts. And there's the one at the end of the underground transit, just before the area leading up to the laboratory. So what I'm doing is I'm balancing the negative impact of the XP that I'm going to get, because obviously you don't want to get XP, you don't want to level up too much until right at the end, if you can help it. But I figured the benefits of unlocking 3 shrines probably outweigh the negative of getting the XP from them, and I'm running past so many enemies and not fighting them. What you don't want to do, you don't want to be fighting Krieg at level 10, just in case you've got so much XP that when you kill him it puts you over into level 11. So if you level up to level 11 as you kill him, even though you were level 10 when you killed him, you won't get the achievement. Somebody might put me right on that and say, oh, that's no longer the case, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't tested it. You can read up on it and find out. I'm pretty sure if you're level 10 when you kill him and you level up to level 11 as a result of him dying, you will not get the achievement, and then you'll be really cheesed off because you'll have to do it all again. That didn't happen to me. I think the first time I killed him I was level 9 and I leveled up to level 10 as I killed him. That's perfectly fine. So the recommendation, I'd say, fight him at level 9. There's no way you're not going to level up to level 11 if you fight him at level 9. In this video I fight him at level 8 and I level up to level 9 from killing him. And there, that's interesting. What you notice here, because most of the time when I'm playing Grim Dawn these days, I'm playing hardcore. I got out of the habit of dropping safety rifts. Safety rift, obviously, when you're not playing hardcore, if you die, you put a rift down so you don't have to run all the way back from the closest rift, because you run to you spawn at your personal rift. In hardcore, if you die, well, you won't ever be going back anywhere, so you don't bother dropping rifts all the time. So what I've got to try and do now is remember to keep dropping rifts, particularly when I switch into veteran mode and I'm running through the laboratory area towards Krieg. I'm just coming up to get the third of the 3 easy devotion points that you can get doing this. I've been putting the points into Falcon. It gives you a few more percentage bleed damage, which is what you need with Devouring Swarm. Apart from that, the run now is north, always north. The north remembers. Head up towards the laboratory rift. As soon as you get to that, quit out, swap to veteran difficulty, and then do your best to kill Krieg. All I'm doing here, as I said, is quitting to the menu, changing the difficulty to veteran, and then I'm going to go back and do my best to kill Krieg, which took a lot longer than this video shows because I'm rubbish. What I should have done right now is go to stash, get the decent green armour that I'd saved up for this, and use that. But what I actually did was the opposite. I just went in with this crummy yellow and white gear, died a lot, and then rethought it, got the green armour on, went back in, and although it didn't make a heck of a lot of difference, I eventually kill him. But you can see the highlights. I've removed probably about 8 deaths where it was just silly, where I was, and the trouble is on veteran, every time you die he gets some of his health back, so I was whittling his health down, dying, he was getting his health back, I was losing my temper, going in, trying to kill him quicker, dying before he lost any more health, and then almost starting from scratch. So yeah, it's a waste of time. It's not, this isn't what's going to happen to you, because you're better than me and you'll put more time and effort into making sure you've got decent gear before you go in there, and you won't be playing like a complete muppet like I am. But anyway, sit back, have fun, watch the speeded up version and the eventual death of Krieg, and yay, me leveling up to 9, and at that point you get the achievement. I obviously don't get any visual recognition of the achievement because I've already got it, but it's the thought that counts, isn't it? And I'm off to a bad start right away, as you can see, because the idiots from outside, some of them have followed me in. It's a good job that boss guy didn't follow me in. You need to put a rift down inside this gate, so if you die you can just keep respawning in here. Maybe I've sold myself a bit short with the fight. The first phase, I kill him, I don't die, I kill him reasonably easily. It's the second phase where I continually mess it up, and those are the deaths that I've edited out, not because of, you know, hiding my shame, but because who the hell wants to watch me die and do a whole Edge of Tomorrow until I finally realise that I'm playing like a complete prat, and go and put decent armour on and then put a bit more effort into it. Here's another mistake I made. A long time ago I rebound some keys, and I no longer have a key bound to take energy potions, because most of the time I don't use energy potions, because, you know, if you're good with your gear selection and your devotion selection, you never need to take energy potions later on in the game. But when you're level 8 and you're spamming maxed out +2 Devouring Swarm, yes, you're going to need energy potions. Make sure you've got a key bound to take energy potions before you start this. That's my advice.
When I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Devil's Crossing. When I'm done with you, I will crush your friends at Devil's Crossing. You are strong, but now I will demonstrate my true power!
Despite some close calls, that was a no-death kill of Phase 1 Krieg. Now we get into the fun part, and this is where it's heavily edited. So yeah, at some point during the middle of all this, you'll notice the gear changes. It's not a cheat, I'm not suddenly putting on some magic armour, just a few green bits that are slightly better than the rubbish that I was wearing. This rather tedious tactic is running away and hiding until the cooldowns recharge on the potions. So you can go back in, hit him with as many Devouring Swarms as you can, hit the potion recharge button, drink a potion, repeat, run back to hide, wait till the cooldown goes away, go back in, like I said, this is heavily edited. I don't know how many times I did this, a lot. You don't have to watch that. All you need to know is the method. You don't need to see me do it 50 times to understand how it works.
Stand still so I can crush you.
Yeah, that's where a fair bit of the editing took place. You can see Krieg's health is a lot lower than it was a few seconds before. Again, like I said, it's not, I didn't cheat. I'm beyond cheating. I can't be bothered to cheat with this stuff. I just edited it because otherwise you'd have a video that's about half an hour longer than it should be.
Destroy my body, but you can't truly kill me. Destroy my body, but you can't truly kill me.
Predictably for me, and really fitting the tone of the whole video, he dies as I rift out, so then when you get the full glory, you know, you can see that he's dead, and I'll go back and check and kick the body and loot the chest. Just a quick demonstration of nothing up my sleeve. It's the same character we started off with. It's level 9 now. Shaman, Devouring Swarm, and then I'll open up the achievements list and we can have a look at what this was all for. And there it is at the top. What was it called? I didn't expect to see you coming around here for tea tonight, human. Have a nice day. Hope you liked the video. I hope you didn't like it too much because it was a pretty bad one and I can do better. I'll see you all next time.